Welcome back to the Hades 32 Heat series, where we're clearing Hades at 32 Heat with every weapon, every aspect, and a few fun challenge runs. Today we're going to do the last of our sword builds. We are going to be doing an Arthur build. Now, we've already done a Divine Strike backstab build with Arthur, but I want to make use of a build that maximizes everything that can be improved with Titan Blood. Why is my controller not working? Give me one... okay. 1 second. There we go. Yes, I want to make use of a run that maximizes everything that can actually be improved with Titan Blood. And for Arthur, that is our damage reduction of our Hallowed Ground. So how Arthur works is that when you use your special, you deploy Hallowed Ground, and as long as you're standing in here, you take reduced damage, up to 40%. You also get plus 50 bonus health with Arthur. I would like to find a way to increase that as high as we possibly can and get basically a damage reduction build. That is going to require a number of different things. We are going to start with Aphrodite to apply weak and reduce the amount of damage that enemies deal by 30%. We are also going to want to go for where is it? Different League. There it is. Reduce damage from foes. We will then likely want to go for Athena and go for Bronze Skin, further reducing damage from foes. And then finally, we will probably want to go for Dionysus. We'll get Trippy Shot so that we can deploy Festive Fog, and then we will go for High Tolerance, reducing the damage we take while standing in Festive Fog. We may also take Positive Outlook to reduce the damage we take when we're below 40% health. And if we do all of that, we should have pretty much as high of a damage reduction build as we can possibly get. So, for our Mirror of Night, we're not looking for any duos or legendaries, so let's make sure we've got God's Pride on. And I think that's about it, honestly. We don't really need anything else from our Mirror of Night adjusted. As for our Pact of Punishment, honestly, I don't think we really need to change anything here. We're going to be doing plenty of damage with Heartbreak Strike, so tight deadline at 7 minutes should be plenty. However, I do want this to be a damage reduction build, and to that end, I'm actually going to reduce the damage enemies deal right off the bat by turning down Hard Labor. So with that, let's replace that with Underworld Customs. As long as we take one extra boon in between chambers, we should be fine. With that, let's just go.
Your worst, father.
Your grandparents, the Titans they were called.
Oh shoot, you know what? I just realized there's one more thing we need to do. I didn't choose Keepsake. I don't want to start with the Skelly Tooth. We want to start with the Eternal Rose. There we go. Yeah, that's... yeah. Hard Labor down, Underworld Customs on, and begin escape. I do want to call attention to something here, is that there's a point of extremely good design that Supergiant included with Hades that I feel gives the player so much control that is oftentimes overlooked. And that is how and when you can access the menu. They've essentially made it so you can access the menu anytime you want. We'll go with Heartbreak Strike. Doesn't really matter about the rarity, but they've made it so that you can access the menu pretty much literally anytime you want. I open a chamber and mid-animation, I can go and just change whatever I want. The only time I can't is like in the middle of a loading screen, but even still, there's some frames where you can. Like, they've given the player so much control over how they can access the menu, which makes it really, really easy to kind of curtail your runs. It's like, oh shoot, you know what, I meant to take a different keepsake, let me just reload right away. They don't make you wait for a cutscene, they don't make you wait for a text box to disappear. You can just trigger the menu anytime you want. And that is such an overlooked detail, but it makes for such good game design. Great, it just makes for a really good amount of player control. It doesn't leave the player waiting around, which is especially useful for speedrunners and, you know, players who like to play the game efficiently. This is one of the most efficient games I've ever played, down to its smallest detail, even the ones that, you know, you probably wouldn't normally think of. Anyway, back to the run. We are going to take a Daedalus Hammer. There's a couple hammers we could really make good use of. The one in particular that I'm looking for, though, is Greater Consecration. That will increase the area of our Hallowed Ground, which we should probably at least deploy, even if we don't really make a ton of use out of it. it will increase the area of our hallowed ground as well as reduce enemy move speed. And there it is right there. Greater Consecration Holy Excalibur aura is 45% larger and makes foes 10% slower. So now we've got this massive field that we can deploy that will reduce our damage. So we are going to be making more use of that now. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take Random Boon. We can take one. Ares. Okay. Blood Frenzy, I guess. We'll probably end up purging that later. We don't need Poseidon. Yeah, we'll take Aphrodite. Let's see if we can get different league. Now, the nice thing about the Greater Consecration is it also reduces the projectile speed of enemy projectiles. That helps as well. And if you go for Calculated Risk, the Athena-Dionysus duo, which we may be able to get, you can make projectiles come to almost a literal standstill. Okay, not actually anything we need here, but it's early enough that we can take Life Affirmation, and that'll actually really help us. Ooh! Sorry, I love you, Sisyphus, but we've got to go for Athena if it's being offered. And we'll probably go for Bronze Skin, but if we can get... if we can't get Bronze Skin, we may go for Divine Dash as well. From there, we can maybe try to get Blinding Flash. That'll give us Privileged Status and increase our damage output, but this is a damage reduction build, so I am going to prioritize Bronze Skin. And nope, oh, nothing we really want here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Failing Shot, the higher rarity boon, and that'll give us something we can purge in between Underworld Chambers, fulfilling Underworld Customs. And with that, we should be able to get a good chunk of Obol back for it, since it is an epic rarity boon. Oh, lovely. The shielding is not helpful here. Blinding Flat, or Divine Dash would really help with that, just to get rid of the shields. But that's what we're dealing with. And we're good. Okay. What's next? Ooh, let's take more Athena. I don't really care about Ares. Urge to Kill could help, though. A little bit of bonus attack damage. I'm going to start with Athena. Okay, we'll take Divine Dash. That's good.
Appreciate the backup.
I am realizing that we need to purge Failing Shot now because I wanted to go for... I did want to go for Trippy Shot so we can deploy Festive Fog. I just realized that the Greater Consecration slows down the Olympian's damage fields. Ares is moving a lot slower while he's within Greater Consecration there. That's interesting. I didn't know that. And this isn't exactly a build I do very often because it's... I just want to show that you can maximize the use of things that can be increased with Titan Blood, but it's not exactly the best build. Battle Rage is fine, but it's not really what we wanted, but that's okay. We'll take it anyway. Oh, you know what? We've got Life Affirmation. Let's make use of it while we've got it. We'll take the extra Centaur Heart. Now, here's the nice thing about Greater Consecration. It actually does disable traps. So all these traps here, if even the corner of the Greater Consecration is touching the trap, the entire trap gets disabled. I'll see if I can showcase that right here. There we go. See? We're not even touching this one, but it still disabled it. That's the beautiful part about Greater Consecration. You can completely negate any floor-based traps, including magma as well. No, we don't need Poseidon, so we'll take some Obol. And then in Asphodel, we'll probably have to force Dionysus. Otherwise, we may not get him in our god pool at all. So we'll just do that right away, and then that'll work just fine. Perfect. Okay, this should end the chamber. End of the region. Yep, we don't need Zeus, but Hermes could be useful. Swift Strike? No. Okay, we'll take Greater Evasion. That's fine too.
Now here goes.
Thank you for appearing, Tisiphone. You are probably the best. boss I could face in this encounter, because once the arena shrinks, Greater Consecration will basically cover the entire arena. There we go. Got you down. Right, 1/3. Deploy. Ah. Taking more hits than I want, but because this is a damage reduction build, it doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Even taking all the hits we did, we still only lost about 100 health. That's, you know, it could have been a lot worse, but thanks to our damage reduction, we're doing alright. Okay, okay, I'll get rid of Blood Frenzy, we don't need that. That'll be the boon we purge. Ooh, Chaos could be very, very helpful. Chaos could be really helpful. Okay, I'm gonna take the Overflowing Cup because I do need Dionysus, but I will also take the Light of Ixion, and we're gonna see what we get. Normally, if I get the Light of Ixion in between regions, I like to take the Cosmic Egg as well, but in this case, I'll just have to eat the cost. Let's see if we get a Chaos Strike. That would be great. No, not this time. We do have... Flayed Soul actually could be useful. We don't need to use Greater Consecration right now, but just getting a bonus 37 health isn't a bad thing. I don't want this one, although the Obol by the end of it would be good. I want to make sure we're still earning Obol in the meantime. Oh, but maybe that is still the better way to go. Ah! You know what, that's actually probably the better way to go, because I would like to be using our Greater Consecration, and we have lots of health. Plus, we have Life Affirmation, so we don't really need to... Alright, fine, Pauper's Affluence. None of those were what I wanted, so it is what it is. Just means we won't be able to afford any boons in Asphodel if they show up in the shop, but hopefully that won't be an issue. And hopefully we can clear this curse before we leave Asphodel, because we will need to purge a boon in between, and if we don't purge it, if we don't cleanse the curse before then, we won't get any Obol for it. Now, even though we still have Phalanx Shot, Dionysus is still what we're going to want to go for, so that we at least get him in our God Pool. But in addition to that, I want to make sure that it would be useful if we could get positive Outlook. So if we don't get off our Trippy Shot as a replacement to Phalanx Shot, which I'm not expecting, there are still things we can take from him instead. Swift Strike? No. Lovely, okay. You know what, we'll take Greatest Actually, you know what, Quick Recovery could be useful, but also might not be. I'm going to take the Palm over the Centaur Heart, because we do have lots of health already. Even though we have Life Affirmation, we need more damage. Otherwise this build is just not going to be fast enough. Hello, where are you? Oh, what's happening? I am stuck. Is the game crashing? Okay, no, we're fine. Just, that was weird. Okay, just carry on, I guess.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Ah, okay, nope. Set me free. There we go. We're good. Divine Dash is helping here. Oh, really? Shoot. I really wanted to get, honestly, Divine Dash. I can't afford anything. I can't even get any bonus Obol, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll take Dionysus.
Break it up, witches.
And this is where I love Greater Consecration. Just puts their projectiles to a near standstill. And that's without calculated risk. If we had that as well, these things literally just stop at the edge of the Greater Consecration and they cannot move. Alright, what do we got? Okay, positive outlook, there we go. 20% damage resistance below 40% health. Hopefully we won't hit that point, but if we do, we'll get that damage resistance. Okay, slowing these guys down with the Greater Consecration will definitely help, because they are annoying to try to keep up with sometimes. There we go.
Come die again.
Good, okay. Collect that back, and good.
Time to collect.
Alright, ooh, Eurydice would be helpful. Yep, we cleansed the curse, that's good. Now we have too many boons that we don't care about to take Ambrosia Delight, so we'll have to take the Refreshing Nectar, which is just fine. 3 boons at increased rarity would be very helpful.
I see you.
Can't afford anything in the shops, but this is the end of the chamber, so no choice. Alright, and let's see what we can do with this Refreshing Nectar. Hopefully we can get a high rarity different league and bronze skin.
I have longed to hear the sound of your hiss, Lenny.
Anything else we're going for? I think it's Broken Resolve is one as well. It increases the potency of your weak effects, makes it so that instead of 30% damage reduction, it's 45%. Now, I'm not quite sure how damage reduction works, whether it's self-damage reduction, meaning like reduce the amount of damage you take, versus opponent's damage reduction, as in reducing the amount of damage enemies deal. I don't know if they're cumulative with each other, or if one is calculated before the other. I would be interested to see how the mechanics on that actually work. But we don't really care about the minutiae of that. We're more just worried about, okay, let's get this build going. Let's get as much damage reduction as we can on either end of the spectrum there. Whether we're reducing damage enemies deal or reducing the amount of damage that we take, the end result is the same. Come on, come on. There we go. Yep. Just being able to deploy this field so that we don't have to take damage standing in the lava makes such a big difference. It gives us so much freedom of mobility with what is arguably a very slow, heavy weapon, so it really makes a lot of sense there. Alright, what's next? What can we get rid of? Please be Phalanx Shot? Yes, okay, goodbye Phalanx Shot. We don't need Battle Rage either, but I will hang on to it so that we can maybe purge it in sticks instead. We don't need anything there, and what do we want this time? We could force Athena to try to get bronze skin, but I think I'd rather just see if we can come across her naturally, and instead let's actually take the Cosmic Egg. If we come across another Chaos Gate, I'd like to see if we can get in there and get a higher rarity without having to pay the entry fee. That would be nice.
Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
Perfect. Daedalus Hammer. Okay, if we can get Cursed Slash, surprisingly, despite the fact that this is a very slow build, Cursed Slash will actually really help us, because the sheer amount of damage reduction we have means that we won't be taking much damage. So restoring 2 health per slash, well, if we're only taking like 5 damage per hit, that's actually going to really help with the tankiness of this build. And then we can actually take some damage without fear, because we know we can restore it up again, even with our attack being really slow. It's one of the only situations I would actually consider taking Curse Slash with Arthur is when you have a really high damage reduction build. But we didn't get it this time. Double Nova, nope. Supernova, maybe. Double Edge only works on the first dash strike, so that's not really great. I wish Supernova could expand our hallowed ground, but it does not. And we're not really worried about the damage of it, so Double Edge is honestly the only thing that's actually going to increase our damage in any way, so we'll go with that, I guess. Not what I was looking for, but we'll take it. Yeah, I wish the Double Edge would cause our massive swings to hit twice, but that is not considered a dash strike for some reason. Probably because that would be overpowered if it was. I would have even preferred Breaching Slash or Shadow Slash over Double Edge, though. That's it's an unfortunate set of hammers. That's okay. Ooh, okay, we got Dionysus and Athena. Let's go for that. Why not? It's gonna kind of burn through some of our nectars here, but hopefully only one of them is for something we don't really care about. Let's go with Athena first. Dang, no bronze skin. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping for that. So let's go with Athena's Aid instead. I'll never complain about having Athena's Aid, honestly.
Do it to me. So that's the way it is then.
Oh, and yes, please give me lots and lots of splitters. Those are so easy to deal with when you have Divine Dash, or really anything that can deflect. Okay, okay, please, there we go. That's what I was trying to get out. Ah, jeez. Trippy shot. Trippy shot. We'll take it. There we go. Anything we need here? Ooh, Chaos Gate. Absolutely. We took the Light of Ixion. Let's make use of it. Okay, we got Ares. We don't need Ares, so let's re-roll that. Dionysus. We could get High Tolerance with that. I don't know. High Tolerance, or do we want to re-roll again and try to go for either Bronze Skin or different league? I'm going to do one more re-roll. Okay, we'll go with Athena. Let's see if we get Bronze Skin. High Tolerance would give us more damage reduction than Bronze Skin would, but Bronze Skin applies all the time, whereas High Tolerance only applies when we're standing in Festive Fog. And while that's not exactly difficult to do, it does give us one more thing that we need to do that would interrupt our attack pattern. We would have to then switch to deploying our casts as well. Only 15 damage from that, that's not too bad, and with Quick Recovery we just restored 6 of that, so that's pretty good. Now, with Trippy Shot, we won't be able to use Boiling Blood, but hopefully that's not going to be too big of a deal. Okay, with Positive Outlook, we got an additional 20% damage reduction. Ah. We're taking a few more hits than I'm comfortable with, but I'm just wanting to get through this as quick as we can here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to save Athena's Aid for situations like that, where I can't get away fast enough. Or if he does his Bull Rush, I'll just deploy Athena's Aid and let him smack right into me. There we go. Okay, got him to half health. Oops. Okay. Works. There we go. Alright, got him. Not bad, not bad. Took a couple hits from him, but with our build, that didn't hurt us too bad. Alright, Athena, what you got for us? Really now. Okay. Just really trying to avoid giving us anything that gives us damage reduction, hey? Sure footing is reduced damage from traps, which is nice. Sure, I guess that's what we're going for. Well, on the bright side, we've got lots of boons we can get rid of in sticks. There's a good chance we're not going to be getting rid of anything we need. Nice thing about the consecration, we can slow down the flame wheels enough that they won't actually hurt us. And there's our chaos gate right there. Excellent. I just realized our nectars didn't apply for really anything useful except for maybe Athena's Aid, which was not really on the list of boons that we needed. We didn't get a single boon that we actually were aiming for with the nectar. That's unfortunate. Whoa, okay, hasted chariots, that's not great. Good thing we've got something that can slow them down a bit. Okay, we gotta get some more damage though, because we don't even have a single palm into our Heartbreak Strike, which is really unfortunate. We haven't been offered it. There we go. Okay. And now we're being offered a palm, but we have the Chaos Gate with the Cosmic Egg. We have to take it. Alright, what do we got? Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. Maimed Ambush would be great if it wasn't for we can't attack. That's... Nope, that doesn't work. I have to take Enshrouded Affluence, which is ridiculous, because we just took a thing that gave us bonus Obel, but I can't handle facing more foes right now, not with the tight deadline where we're at right now. We only got 7 minutes on the clock. I have to take Enshrouded Affluence. Now, we may be able to kind of cheese this a bit. 5 chambers with hidden reward previews. The first one is a blue chamber, so it's not really going to be anything super important. It's not a boon or a palm or anything. And if I had to guess, the next chamber is probably going to be the shop, and then it's going to be the boss. So it really won't affect us that much. It's just not what we were going for. I really wanted to make sure that we could get some bonus attack, and that is not working out so good. Come on. Nope. There we go. Good. Okay, let's get over here. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Okay, come on, get across the wall. There we go. That was foolish, but it's a good thing we have sure footing. Come on, nope. Nope. Oh, please just deploy the greater consecration. There we go. It's one of the only downsides to this is it takes a while to actually deploy the greater consecration. Swift Flourish actually helps to make that go a little bit faster, but it's annoying when you're trying to get it and you keep getting stunned. We're good. No, nothing I want to purge. Not yet. Okay, okay, well, we got one chamber that we don't actually know what we're getting offered, and it might have mattered, but as long as it's not Ares, just about anything we do get offered is going to be fine. Okay, this is actually kind of perfect. We don't even need to swing. We can just deflect these back at them. Good. Okay. Heartbreak Strike, finally. Okay, unalterable. This one is the shop. Benefits of Fated Authority. Ooh, what do we got?
Pleasure doing business.
Okay, Broken Resolve is fine. Broken Resolve is fine. I want a different league. I'm surprised, actually, we haven't got nearly anything that we we're aiming for a damage reduction build. Different League and Bronze Skin are really simple and easy to get. High Tolerance is a little bit tougher because you do need to have Trippy Shot, but you could quite literally get Different League and Bronze Skin without having any other Athena or Aphrodite boons. So it's not like they have really high requirements to get those boons. It's kind of frustrating that we haven't found them, honestly. Oh! Get out of there. Okay, that was bad. Ah, that's bad. Okay. Ah, jeepers. I mean, for that matter, we haven't even been offered Blinding Flash. That would have been lovely, too. Blinding Flash with Divine Dash, we could at least get the damage bonus of Privileged Status. Got quite literally only like 2 or 3 boons that we actually need out of the, like, well over a dozen that we've taken so far. And only 1 hammer we were going for, too. None of the Hermes boons we were looking for. Honestly, kind of rough. I don't think we'll have too much difficulty with clearing the run, but, well, we might if we don't, It's unusual to not only not get the boons we need, but not even have really many palms into our attack. Like, it's a... Usually if you don't get many boons, you at least get lots of palms, or, you know, if you do get lots of boons, you usually get at least, you know, most of the ones you're looking for, especially if they're low requirements. You know, not always if they're duos or legendaries, but just a few non-prerequisite tertiary boons are really... I don't see how... I don't see why that's causing us so much trouble, but that's how it is sometimes, I guess. Alright. Get out of the freezing vortex, please. That is insanely frustrating. Because he can just stand there and I can't do anything to him. There we go. Got him. Okay. We're a little bit short on time, so we're going to have to hope for an early Satyr sack. And we're not going to get everything we need, but hopefully we'll make up for it. What do we got? Okay, we can get rid of Life Affirmation. We don't need that anymore. We've taken lots of bonus Centaur Heart rewards. We've got the bonus from it. We don't need it anymore. Well, I'm gonna take the Myrmidon Bracer. Reduces damage taken from the front, but increases damage taken from the back. As long as I'm facing the right direction, that's an additional 30% damage reduction. Hopefully that'll actually pay off. And if it doesn't, an additional 10% from the back isn't going to hurt too bad. Okay, what's in the shop? We have an anvil. We may actually save up for that. Okay, we got Dionysus being offered, but I think I'm going to re-roll and try to get either Athena or Aphrodite. I'm going to keep Ares there. Perfect. There's Athena. Good enough. Keep going. And you know what? We've got quite a few uses of Sisyphus. We've got quite a few Chaos boons that are giving us bonus obol. I'm going to start calling down Sisyphus so that we can get enough obol to afford everything we need in the shop. Because I would like to buy the anvil, but I would also actually like to buy that Dionysus boon that's available and see if we get high tolerance. Good. And yeah, we're getting 60 obol with every drop now because of our chaos boons. So that's not bad at all.
Okay, goodbye.
But we are going to have to really speed things up here.
Another one of those gigantic satyrs.
Okay, giant satyr's gone. As long as we use our divine dash, we can deflect the traps this guy deploys, but it doesn't matter anymore. We've got him stun locked, and we are good. Okay, Athena, bronze skin, please. Blinding flash is fine too. That gives us some bonus backstab damage and privilege status. I'll take it. Okay, now let's try this. Double edge for Shadow Slash and Dash Nova. I am... What? Okay, there's a weird thing where sometimes this doesn't work, but there's a thing where you can... I've shown this a couple times before. You can take the hammer, or take the anvil. If it doesn't give you what you want, you just replace it by quitting and then reloading the chamber. But there's some very, very rare circumstances where it saves when you take the anvil anyway. I don't know why. I don't know what causes it. It did it this time, so we're stuck with what we got. I don't actually remember what it was, though. Shadow Slash, and was it Double Nova? Dash Nova. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. That's not what we wanted at all. Yeah, we'll take Athena again. We gotta be offered bronze skin eventually, but at least Shadow Slash will really help. That'll give us some bonus backstab damage. This is not meant to be a backstab build. We already did that. This is starting to turn into more of a backstab build than a damage reduction build, which is kind of not the point. We already did this. We don't need Battle Rage. Let's just get the Obol, and now we can afford that Dionysus Spoon. So yeah, just be aware with the anvil trick. There are times where it will mess you up, and Dash Nova is not what we want. Dash Nova, it's not going to kill the run or anything. It just means we need to accommodate for that. We need to recognize that when we use our special, we're going to burst forward a bit. I don't know, maybe it gives us a little brief moment of invincibility that'll give us at least a tiny bit of...
There it is already.
Wow, really? Come on. Okay, Holy Shield.
Cerberus can never get enough of this stuff. Bit of an aftertaste.
If I don't even get high tolerance here, then...
I bet you are. I can use this.
Okay, at least we got that. High tolerance. Take less damage standing in Festive Fog. But this is rough, man. Like, I wanted to showcase a high damage reduction build, and I can't even do that because we don't have the boons. But I also don't have the time to go get another one. We only have 7 minutes on the clock to beat Hades. That's not much. Not for a build like this. We're not dealing much damage. Really, all our damage is a level 2 common rarity Heartbeat Strike and an epic rarity Blinding Flash with no other palms in it.
To take care of, then.
That with privilege status, and that's it. I guess Shadow Slash now, so that'll speed things up, but... Yikes. No extra Chaos Strikes. I mean, we did get a fairly hefty amount of damage reduction, so we can still kind of demonstrate that. Like there, we only took 10 damage from Hades on that one hit. Would have been so great, though, if we could have got different league and bronze skin as well, though. We got a few things, you know. It's not like we won't have anything to show on the end screen for this, but you know what I realize is I should be deploying my Festive Fog every chance I get, because then I can actually stand in it and take less damage. It doesn't really work if I'm not deploying it. We did buy the boon, we might as well use it. Okay, Butterfly Ball's fine. I don't mind that. I'm actually going to use Athena just because might as well. I don't know why I deployed Festive Fog there, it doesn't really matter. Not when we've got Athena's 8 active. Just get him down to his next phase as quickly as we can. Yikes. Okay, there we go.
Your eyes deceive you, boy.
Ah, okay. Nope. Dash Nova does not make you sturdy, I can tell you that. Ah! Ah! That was rough. I think that was a hit from the back without any damage reduction. There we go. Okay, we're good.
We are not finished.
But at least it jumps over projectiles. Or, yeah.
Let's see you run from this.
That's not what I meant to do. Oof. Okay. That's okay. We can take the hits. We can dodge, let's dodge, but if we can't, well, no big deal. We can take a couple hits. We're only taking 6 damage per hit from him. There we go. Got him to his halfway point, and we've only lost 1 of our death defiances. We are going to lose some, because we're not really trying to avoid damage as much as we normally would. But yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with this. I'm just going to use Athena. We are currently sitting at... What the heck was that sound? I think I just got a notification or something, but I've never once heard that notification sound. I don't know if that was on my phone or computer. I'll have to review footage to see. Yep, I'm down to 3.5 minutes. We should be fine. Come on, one more. Got him. Okay. 3rd phase. Still have 2 death defiances, over 100 health. Should be fine.
Fight me for real, damn you.
Oh, what? Didn't deploy the... There we go. Okay, that's better.
Boil your blood.
Yeah, that's definitely something I want to avoid if I can. Oopsie. Oh no. Okay, let's not take those hits if I can avoid them, please. Where are you? There you are. 1, 2. Let's just bounce these all back at you. Oh, jeepers. Oh, come on. Get back here. Kind of saw that coming, but that's okay. We have the health to lose. We don't really need to worry too much about that. Oops. Good thing for sure footing there. Ah, well, we got positive outlook now. There we go. Ah. No, no, no. Irritating. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, I didn't deploy it. There we go. We're fine now. And he's done. There we go. That's our heavy armor build. It's, I mean, almost. We didn't get 2 of the boons I was going for the most, and that's honestly just a little bit irritating and frustrating. But we got more than enough to clear the run and reduce our damage significantly. So, with that in mind, let's just clear these. And, okay, first things first, Aspect of Arthur. And where is it? Greater Consecration. That is going to help with our damage reduction by a significant amount. As well as that, we want a way of inflicting weak, so Heartbreak Strike. We will take Broken Resolve to make sure our weak effects are more potent. And if there's anything else that reduces damage, High Tolerance. I don't think there's anything else that we could put on there for damage reduction. I guess Positive Outlook, but yeah, it's clear we've got Trippy Shot here. And we've got the Myrmidon Bracer as well. I would have preferred to have different League and Bronze Skin as well. We just didn't get them. We just weren't lucky. That's really all it came down to. Now, let's actually add this up a bit. So, weak reduces the amount of damage that enemies deal to you, like the actual amount of damage that enemies inflict, whereas our aura damage, from what I understand, actually reduces the amount of damage that we take. Now, I don't know if those are cumulative with each other, or if they are calculated separately, and if they are, I don't know which one is calculated first. But the amount of damage we're reducing from enemies is at this point 42% with our regular weak effect plus Broken Resolve. And the amount of damage that we are reducing to ourselves is 40% of the Aspect of Arthur, plus 20% from Positive Outlook, so 60%, plus High Tolerance makes it 75%, as long as we're standing in the Festive Fog. If we had different League and Bronze Skin with a couple palms, we could easily get our damage reduction up to 100%. Now, that doesn't mean we wouldn't be taking damage, but it would mean that every hit we take would just deal 1 damage. And I guess we also got to keep in mind the Myrmidon Bracer as well gives us 30% damage reduction when getting hit from the front. So, it's... yeah, I mean, it's not really a build. It's just a gimmick, really. But I wanted to show that you can actually make use of the weapon aspect's upgradable ability that you can spend Titan Blood on, which in this case is just damage reduction. So this is kind of how you do that. It's maybe not a good build, and it still relies heavily on how much damage you're dealing with your attack. We finished that with less than a minute to spare. But that's our, yeah, that's that's really all there is. Aspect of Arthur damage reduction build. So we'll leave it at that, and we're running pretty short on the amount of runs we can still do. There's really only 1 left in the main series, and then I want to do a couple more kind of extra runs, but we're almost done here. So we're going to leave it at that, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.